Me did young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for you, Pacuma Busia for Ghana. No, me used to tap send, tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Aye easy, aye convenient, aye fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover aye mapim. Tap send. Intienne, also download the tap send app no ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka komo abusuya for Ghana fa na nyina. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
First topic, we need to just start it. Because the topic we watch. You can bro so come about what buying so I'll say me take there also what drink especially the fact that you are also an artist. And the Mary D post to be a George Britton, who is the manager of Camidoh aye. Nafe what me actually. But you can also tell me what you think about any of the topics we are discussing here on our WhatsApp number, and that is the number on your screen. Constant, Avogadro's constant. They be at that TV, so when class show base is running, send a back out say, oh, Mr. Moagin Chebia, meet me the WhatsApp platform. So then, Sammy Flex, ready not Obia, who maybe you also want to reach someone who is watching, and I'm talking about someone who is watching. A special vows message. You can also send that to me on the number that me ready man because I want the person to watch and hear it him or herself. And fam will be out no that bambi disturb. The person should also hear it himself. And you know, if you also have some special message for someone, I'm also ready to be your messenger. Mary D message nama na onipako ensaka. So story number 1 for this evening. We Mr. Britton. Na jata I heard say ubenya Mr. Britton on phone so na e bisa no 1 or 2 bi. Because na can say e dey in studio na. Shout out to Dr. Sass. Dr. Sass we pamono. And Dr. Sass also pamono akasa ho. Yes, you. Dr. Sass pamono we don't know akasa to pamono ho. But Thursday we having a sit down with Dr. Sass here on the platform as well. It come be brain. Now this is what George Britton is saying. I read. The music industry has evolved into one of the most costly but also most lucrative creative endeavors of our day. From creation to consuming costs a fortune. From creation to consuming costs a fortune. What does it mean? The consumer also spends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The consumer also buys. Okay, I think I get it now. Let me use Camidoh Sugarcane Original and Remix as a case study. J-Wales and Rex, 2 incredible Ghanaian directors, shot and edited 2 music videos. Sugarcane and Sugarcane Remix, respectively. Promotions were run on both radio and TV in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, Sierra Leone, the UK, and the US. Online ad sponsors, social media influencers, and content creators in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, the UK, the US, Tanzania, etc. were equally engaged. Nightclubs and bars in Africa as well as the UK played a significant role. Camidoh attained a global success as one of Africa's most streamed artists after spending just over, and I want you guys to pay attention here, after spending just over 975,000 Ghana cedis in a year on one song. Mr. Now, put this down well. Because I remember you were having a conversation with Abbas Muiz.
I remember.
Where you were so scared of when they said you need to put in so much money to promote a song.
Yeah.
George Britton, Camidoh's manager, is telling us that Camidoh attained global success as one of Africa's most streamed artists after spending just over 975,000 Ghana cedis in a year on one song. On one song. 975,000 Ghana cedis on one song. This feat was achieved by the amazing team behind Camidoh, that is Grind Don't Stop, GB Records, and Cruise Global, not forgetting some amazing support from the media, dear family, and friends. To constantly achieve this success and more, the music industry would need a much stronger enabler. That is the presence of major record labels, heavy financial support from the government, and angel investors in the music industry to help propel the artist to a global stage. And this came from the freshly wedded George Britton, who is telling the world that Ose enyum ajuma eyesika ne de oni sika forget it. Say enne ya o hwe say me pese me ye enyum ajuma na oni sika da ho a forget it. La sula la bi anim. Me pacho bi anim. Abeg bi anim. Please bi anim. Ose ono ne artist enyum ba ko pe just one song Sugarcane. I am o hwanyum ne to bia na obi ntia na aba kire no. Asa enyum we na ye kana enyum we na ye kana. 975,000 akaka credit na nke ye drew 1 billion Ghana cedis.
1 million.
Sorry, 1 million Ghana cedis. 1 million Ghana cedis akaka credit. Left small, the enter. Left small, the enter. 1 million Ghana cedis. Ebi hu ye na om say oh. Ada mansion. Ebi su am say na sika we dey sanka. Me dey koto edan bi wo Koforidua atena mu a. Kam be Airbnb a so water alcohol. The magic na Cape Coast. I want na tourist type pa Cape Coast na BB. And I be say share. Na how many says can share mun mfa so monya. Now the big question is, obi a bit manya say sika we e dey promoting you. So what happens to those who might not get this kind of money? Because say medical promotion. Almost 1 million Ghana cedis. Omo munya binti that na nyumo moment me nya na ayampampo. Anase bia George Britton or body stream run. He say oh no enyum ba ko pe Sugarcane or the almost 1 million Ghana cedis na year promotion. Hey, but if I command also questions next also. Like I said, Kojo is a new entrant in the music industry. Mami san say ohun bibi say ya one ogidi na then a banichim. Kojo, you start it.
Yeah, me gidi.
Ogidi,
Me gidi. As a blogger, no, most artists reach out. Oh, we want to promote our song. Nah, they be am catch up say promotion the budget, no, any limits. Depend on sika ukra and the kind of promotion we could run. At times, almost person who quote say, ever cost to say which sika na be quoting so money. So can have so $2 billion. You bet me a drop plan amount. Meaning we can do a worldwide promotion that will cut across every aspect. All the forms now you wouldn't know. Bet me a go there. But maybe because of your budget, you know, then we now look at which channels we can leave and which channels we can hold on to. Eti ni okay. Enyamwa or Sugarcane original no and the remix. Now so for original now a video I will try artists no the costume niema director no sika obeji location is all those things come into play. Remix no omo odiom to smile kunum ne sa bakuya or daku any if they charge that and no niska ketwa crack can exhaust a chunk of that 900 and we na year bono. Then another video will be shot and a year
another promotion.
And even the editor no problem have edit view. Call mention say or he work on both the original and the remix.
Yeah.
Now when we come to promotion in Accra here in Pukra na radio and TV. If you want to do a massive promotion to involve all these notable presenters and I say music stakeholders now, it's not a joke. The budget that is involved, it's not a joke. And from what we witnessed, sugarcane was everywhere. So I want to believe, say, they were able to plug most of their people. It is a person who and you may say loud. Akati across everywhere. It will come with money. It's usually radio and TV. And online. The online promotion no be joke. Obetis opinion area Nigeria, ebia top 100. Apple, ebia top 10, Spotify. That thing will be dollars. So our playlisting will be dollars. If you are a boss catcher, obviously ebia on radio USA, Spotify top 100. You bought Sikana a woman you will be shocked. And on say across Africa. It is kind of boy in technically and yes it can be a broso. But then I'm a person
dollar conversion, it's almost like $80,000.
Yeah. Cool. Hey! Oh yeah. Cool because you share success.
Cool.
Oh yeah. That is music. Hey. $40 billion.
Hey, $80,000 for promotion of one song, and you think it is cool, huh?
It's cool because I know also after how do we see the song? The song is everywhere, all over Africa and some part of the world. Success and we can all see it. It's evident. Checking the views on YouTube and the other streaming platforms. Now, as I say, boom play release. Look at the numbers, over millions. So 300 million or so. It's music business, adequate. We are shocked because we intend for Mabonting and how they are spending in the business. Else where people are spending millions of dollars. Yet be a who's a Nigeria song will be a blow like Bugai. Look at TikTok. TikTok na just telling the mouth. So to get that thing, it's not a joke. To plug TikTok, no one put and almost say, "Oh, penumbiya over here na say no edasro." So all those things, it doesn't come cheap. I'm happy he came out to put these figures out, but my worry was the fact that one fat and faswa umunya or ama.
Na jata say Nisaka George Britain. You ever say a question I'll be saying, okay, you bet me answer free na aboa na what me INDA. Mr. Britain, good evening.
Good evening, Sammy.
Facha mama monitoring Costro. Mr. Britain, good evening.
Good evening, Sammy.
Baby Aboko.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. Say it's here the Valentine's Day come on be the pank wo.
They go now there, some will post and they who not be.
Oh, and you post no. Say now August honeymoon.
Oh, you're film that.
What film that a problem? I see a film with the dad. That's what we. Wow. Now our rate is saying just about some 2 weeks now. Our rate is saying.
Oh, what's that? And I'm just no. And I said, we're not about our part one. How we after wedding? No, after the trailer. It was spread.
And now we experienced that as well.
No, actually, before we were not so busy. I already just action.
And to say the T-Bear how long?
What's it?
Mr. say the T-Bear how long?
Oh, man, back you know. And anyway, that. When I mean, that's why I came out to say that we are best friends. I mean, we've been together since 2020. Sorry, 2020. So it was only fair we put it together.
2020 so.
We didn't buy no. Quite didn't buy no.
Ah.
Okay, shift never be there. Move on. The shift never.
Oh, I see. Nyami shamo, my idea. Oyere's half fine. Oyere your bar power so very tight. Not that say we are supposed to be all with social media platforms. Media me release say me read free or Instagram handle. Na enkoma oka ana asema oka and say Camidoh nyom sugarcane ene ne remix no ohwe eka waba a number 970 Ghana city 970,000 Ghana cities na we ni crampo no ase unya breakdown ni na mind te bi mpo a start bisa question say na we the George hwehwan ya na say no crasem na oka no na yen ni 970,000 Ghana cities. Does it mean we can't promote a song na ebi agetum kojokin se wagetum break ya na wa me hu say enti sane oyisu we nyina no ebe ye mfaso de ma ho ana sesen enti yemisa questions number 1 say sa 970,000 Ghana cedis are okay breakdown like rough breakdown to sesen.
Okay, so I made that I think sir reason why I made it 2-1 is I was in a meeting. And conversation about so a big man bit of chance so the boy because one is it. And I think that we have to let most people know what this means entails. Of course, I will look at you in terms of returns, but what we need to know is the more you put in, the more you get. Clearly, Ghanaian songs are not good. Ghanaians are not going international. You know, like Chroma here. For you to go international, it costs a lot of money, Sammy. And fortunately and unfortunately, if you want to spend so much in Ghana, it is good, but you should know that you will make money from streams. Because Ghanaians want to pay. What they are saying. The type of artists are coming there, the plan was to, right from the onset, the plan was to take him to Africa. And take him to the house. And if you want to take him to Africa to the house, then therefore their plans to be a strategies be need to be place for him to grow. Now, why did we choose that amount of money? Why did we go? Tell you, Bishop person, do you need all this money to move? Initially, that was the plan. Initially, we said we wanted to move.
Okay.
With zero money, but as you move along, there are some requirements that you have to pay for. The song was released on the 19th of November 2021. We try with the video, promotion, so a little bag here and there. It didn't really find. Maybe the timing was wrong because November, December, no. You might be going about most of the times. So then again, things have changed with regards to promotion. The way we promoted music 3 years ago, we're trying there, you might fail. So we had to do a lot of research. You have to do a lot of, teamwork, brainstorming here and there. And never before. But then what happened? We went back online to promote the song. We activated a memory based activity. So the first round the song was number 1 in Ghana.
Okay.
Which we spent the entire February to do that. Unfortunately for us. And became number 1 in Ghana. So we had shot a video for the Ghana one, which is the original one. We had already shot visualizer. We had done promotion. I think that song took us almost everywhere in Ghana. From Tamale to, Volta, Accra, like almost every year. Which we were doing promotion, as well as 1 or 2 gigs in between them.
Okay.
Now I'm going to be at number 1 in Ghana now. You realize that our ultimate goal is to move the song beyond Ghana. So we had to look at the countries that stream a lot of music, which Kenya, Nigeria, Tanzania, especially in East Africa.
Uh-huh.
They really spent a lot of money. So then we went up to the agency who gave us a long list of, from influencers to radio, TV, a whole lot of these people. Which, of course, we met them, let's say, halfway or away to get our songs there. Nigeria was, the first time in Nigeria,
Yeah.
we spent about 2 weeks there. And it was back to back to back to back. Then again, the video shoot came in. The video shoot don't cost us a lot of money. I'm telling you. It cost us a lot of money. Because we had to fly people from London to come and shoot the video. We had to fly people from Nigeria to come and shoot the video here.
Yeah.
Then again, shoot in Nigeria. Even the last thing I was shot in Nigeria. Okay, video now, maybe I get the pastor, Nebana, Mexican party. It was shot in Nigeria.
Okay.
The whole thing was shot in 2 days. Renting somebody's house, a lot of things put in. Now, what I'm going to be doing this day, go to the video. Costume can cost you 40,000.
Costume?
Yeah. Costume alone can cost you the same 40,000. That's what people don't know.
Wow.
You get me? And no crime can't be the director, no name, my name, I mean, the video cost us a fortune. Aside that, I had to go out of the city, both other part of it, which we did well because we wanted it. So everyone that came got to, tested it. And then we realized that, okay, if the song is up here in Africa, let's do that here. So in Europe, we equally went very hard, especially in the UK. You have to work with an agency who was plugging the songs everywhere. So and just say, yeah, I can work to something because I know, it's always an thing that had to do one of, and the advantage of these places is that when the song becomes a big hit there, it's a platform because the returns are.
Returns never been back as here, so.
Yeah, never back as here. And I know you understand a lot of things, which bring map the returns next. We went very hard. We had to. People don't even understand that we went to Portugal to perform at Afro Nation, whether we been bailed to perform. We had to bail for that. You understand?
Yeah, is that you had to do what? Judge, say that again.
We had to foot our own bill to go to Portugal to perform with Ken Promise. Because Camidoh, Camidoh wasn't booked to perform on Afro Nation. But we realized that when we want to take a song, we have to bear a lot of these things to get to them. So
the Afro Nation in Ghana, the Ghana version of Afro.
No, the Portugal.
The Portugal, okay.
The first one I saw last year.
Okay, yeah.
Camidoh was not booked to be there.
But Moana Mutia Mosika Cha plane ticket.
Yeah, from our visa to tickets to accommodation. Talking for because we wanted to show face, because we wanted to be on such a platform. Okay. Unfortunately for us, when we go there, we built a lot of relationships.
Okay.
Which continued in London. We were in London to do the same thing. When we came to London, we had to meet all the guys, and then meet in promotion, radio, and then we gave us another Afro Nation. This time, Camidoh was booked for Ghana, Portugal, What's that shit? So a lot of things went in. Not just me, the DJ, I'm spending over 100,000, not almost 100,000 to play the song. But a Nima Winyako here, you get me? Flying, we were about 3 of us who left Ghana. The cost, me free. Camidoh declined after hours earlier before. Me free, me drove Portugal. Me drove airport from airport to Miami Hotel. Because the fare was almost 1,500.
Wow.
It was that far. Because the event was running far. And the hotels were running out of book. So I had to travel almost 25 kilometers. 25 kilometers.
Wow.
You get me? So we took a lot of to get this song there. Now even the third part where the song picked up in London, after a series of problems, we realized that there was a new way, new means of promoting songs. So we had to engage some TikTokers in UK to do the fast version of the song fast. You get me? That one too, we had to really engage a lot of TikTokers, UK, US, and part of Europe. And these TikTokers are equally charged. You understand?
See.
Our stay in the UK, we didn't go there because somebody has booked us for event. We went to stay in the UK for about 2 to 3 weeks. We were paying our own accommodation. We were paying our own transportation. You get me? Reason was that we wanted to do promotion. What I said, of course, we wanted to book it for us. But at the end of the day, we wanted to achieve, and it will only cost money
To achieve that. I see.
to achieve.
I see. So, George, I think now the breakdown is looking clear. So far, can you also, just as you had the authority to put your expenditure out there, can you also authoritatively tell us whether you made profit out of this expenditure or you made losses?
Oh, no, sorry. We can't make loss. We can't make loss. But they say the reason why I didn't put out yesterday is because when my father, my phone is to see a profit. No. We are still going to cash out, in the next years to come.
Okay.
Because every time that you are making money.
Okay.
Every now and then, every time that somebody thinks Camidoh's music, there's money coming. What else? I mean, publishing, flying, deals for left prices, everything is, every now and then, of course, money is coming in. So I'm very hopeful that we probably will make 300 or 400% of our investment.
Okay.
But I'm surprised that people are shouting. So I mean, I'm not supposed to say this on it, but I'm making I happened to be in a meeting in Lagos. And I was told in the meeting that Whiskey, his Essence cost over $8 million for promotion.
The Essence song?
Essence.
The remix one or?
No, the original one.
The original song?
With Essence. It cost over $8 million for promotion.
For promotion alone?
Yes, so I mean, you see, we have gotten to the place where people are supposed to be paid to get a job done. Now, what it is that when a song becomes a global hit, your monies go way higher. Camidoh is enjoying today because before King became a hit, Camidoh was hovering around 90 to 100,000 listeners on Spotify. Now, Camidoh has 1.2 million plus. So, every month, he has these people listening to his music. Which means that every month, we are going to cash in. Not just Spotify. I mean...
YouTube and all the streaming platforms.
YouTube, just the remix at over 58 million, and the other one, the Boomplay is flying. Everyone is flying. Because outside Ghana, they stream a lot of music.
Yeah.
So what we are supposed to do as Ghana, that we have to get our music who stream them. And the competition is tough. So I mean, a Nigerian artist budget, even the video costs you like $50,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, yes, if you are Ghana artists, we don't want to do good music to get our songs there. After good music, you need to invest huge sums of money to get to the international front. Because you are competing with everybody. You understand? You are competing with everybody. And what most people don't know is, in a day, in every Friday, do you know how many songs Spotify, Apple Music, and also they go upload?
Yeah.
Over 60,000 platforms.
Yeah, are released on in a week.
You get me?
Yeah.
It's day. So why should I pay attention to your song? You understand? We did a listening session in London, the Standard, somewhere in central London.
Okay.
Because we wanted to bring the industry to, we did a listening session, which we were able to bring about 200 people in the UK to our event. Rental of the place was on us. The drinks and food and everything that was taken there was on us.
Wow.
For a period of 4 or 5 6 hours. You get me? So we engineered whatever that happened. Yes, we went forth to pay. We are not saying we are the taxi, but we were determined to do something. And we did go all out. And even with us, we are not even there yet because, I mean, all these Joe boys and all these boys are saying their promotional budget is like $500,000. Because the more you put in, the more
the returns are high.
Yeah. What I said, because you want the song to be played in London, it needs to be on London radio. There are agencies that you need to see. What's the reason why a girl like Amare is not promoting her songs? No, I will say not promoting her songs in Ghana. She's really focused in the West is because she knows that when she spends £100,000 to promote her song, she's going to see the return even without performing. You get me? So that is something that we need to encourage. I mean, like people have said, I didn't add the profit that we make. The profit that we make because I remember to the song.
And George, even as we speak, can you say, sir, if as the first batch of profit I want making it cry, until Kano, Anna Enyanti?
Oh, it's true because you say I post shows over 12 to 15 countries. You know, shows in crowd. Yeah. We because we want more. Because we are looking at, because Camidoh will be releasing an album pretty soon. Another whole round album listening session or London. View somewhere in Europe, somewhere in America, somewhere in Africa. All these things are money that we have to, the whole team have to go back to the drawing board and base. So, and you might do one head, but Stanley Banner didn't in our for the next project.
Yeah.
So we are, of course, we made profits. I mean, I think that I was a bit. My first time maybe 90 pounds. So maybe I'm 90. Like I said.
Matthias here, Matthias here. Manyalano. But finally, before you go, no, does it mean every single project release you would have to spend this type of money? And I say, maybe you needed this to open the door or you open the way, and afterwards, no, the expenditure will be coming down.
Yes, we needed to open it with it because these days, people will not do that. They know who. And I think that's what should have came for us. We were very much in faces of people. So when we were supposed to do for free, we had to pay to get their attention. What else? I mean, we have to find a way to get to BBC. We were actually in BBC 2 times.
Okay.
What else? We want to be seen. So that was quite a huge investment from the onset. But the follow-ups, who is Sammy? Oh, the Sugarcane guy. Oh, okay, good. Let's go ahead. I mean, it was also a learning for Indiana. There were a lot of things I got to understand, which I did not understand for my last 15 years of doing this.
Okay.
What I said, somebody cannot, even for BBC to interview you, they can't just give it on because they interviewed you. A lot of contracts need to be signed, and a whole lot of things go through. Performances, what I said. So, to us, what is this about promoting the music?
So it's an eye-opening experience as well.
Experience. I think the money that we spent, we didn't just promote experience.
Okay.
And, it made us better people.
Wow.
So that's what but my people should know that promotion in Ghana is cool. We cannot spend, we know how much. In Ghana, you will spend more than 50,000 to promo.
In Ghana?
I am telling you.
That is if you want to do a better part of the regions.
I don't put
Can be a man to the okay.
50,000.
50,000 Accra, I'm poet me answer.
I am telling you, son, because let me report from my own radio TV people. Let me come on. This blogger, my fellow blogger, influencers on the TikTok as well. Offering for background, I say I charge $1,000 for a time to video plus 1 or 2 posts on Instagram and TikTok.
Wow.
You have to pay somebody 2,000. You have, and one person can make something. So if you're going to pay 2,500, you need at least 20 people who frequently post. You say, "I'm going to back 5,000." I mean, you and I know very much. You need to be repetitive.
Yeah, continuous posting.
Continuous posting. What you say? And after you know, I need to be in it. You get me? So the music thing is not easy. Like I say, it's just how the tempo you are. You know, I'm sure when me and Camidoh started this, we didn't have scanner your boss, but because we did every step counted for, we were able to move. Honestly, the money is more than what I just. The 900. I put that and do and do $100,000.
Yeah.
The level of success, I think to spend less than $100,000 is way less. It is because over the years, people to build relationships.
Yeah.
You in the US. As I mean, for UK, the DJs are my friends. You get me? Most of the media guys in the UK are my friends. So the idea will be £1,000. Yeah, I'm going to get 500. What's that?
Yeah, that's
so
true.
if we were actually supposed to pay the Alakaponi this year, so we should be, spending $200,000 on promotion. At this day, you spend, you get it.
I see.
I mean, I was in New York the other day. I said, "Charlie, you pay Camidoh to pay Charlie, you pay me. You know how much you pay to get their songs."
So George, let me also ask this. Everyone said the Sugarcane song obviously is a good song.
Yes.
But are we saying anka wafa investment when you na ankomwa anka still emfa na despite how good or quality the song is from composition, delivery, production. Emfa this anka mo passes can she must still anka emfa.
Sammy, Quebec, so I'm finding out the problem. I was finding out the problem. I'm a man when you marry. Then I get better. What you say? I mean, there has been a lot more from Ghana, but you start in Ghana.
Okay.
You get me? Yes, get some number, 1 or 2. But at the end of the day, if you really want global impact, it is not easy. You should sit black down and what empire is doing. You understand?
Yeah.
So a lot more is Nigeria and the box you are getting. Yeah, but I think that even Ura supermarket, the boy they say on your you feel like Chicago is only take, I mean, for this radio station, area TV station, they are calling back $1 billion. You understand? It is not
I see.
George,
yeah, but that's it. But I mean, I do buy studio me twice because I never can hear studio MC arrangement and me anye. No, yeah, it's true. I understand. Phone on 70 boana mean tini yenti. Yes, I know kati 1 or 2 b. I think we've had enough, but I think on another day, on another good day, when your time I bet my producer from Nafe, yes, that me conversation me be why. But I say, I bet me number. Oh, my funny bra. Mrs. Britty, funny bra, why? All right, thank you so much, George Britton, for talking to us here on Class Showbiz, that is on CTV, Ghana's #1 television platform. Wow. Sir, after watching Semino, I say, Sikana, kind of George Asabi, be more, Amana. He say, "Kadam so kasari amana ihu ama Mr. Nade waboto." Say, "Hey." Sika be say, Well, Kojo, after it was now because I almost me make profit, and I think
normal. Yeah, because say or you and be at times 2 can also back up to another level. Tinam kasa promotional budget the any limit. Tika ukrano you bet me the ayema bebre baby a pesi ewra be bet me the numera. It based on who then a how far the song will go. Obusa the question say Tika woman first car we nyan shman kan name kwa. Yes, can go. Everything I can say that's kind says class. Let's try to say that's good product sales itself. Obi I say yes, say at the panel turn at the panel when the new me nim say there at the paman yan turn tell me I mean who na makota be who say it here. And you know marketing is our promotion the bema there no among for say papa sana or matwaso then people will also make reference to other people. So no matter how good your product is, you need to give it that needed marketing or push, Then a could do level be and now people can fly it for you at the word of mouth near the call. Yes, with the post it's perfect. Say or they are out for people to know the expenditure. But so one fact how we can get the money. Although most can pass or kind clearly is good because and you see now be benefited from an investment now and it will be steadily. But ways and means now you could spell it out and the possible channels now the being processes because you may mention of event putting your own bill to go and perform with Kim Promise in Portugal, Afro Nation, now they put yourself out there, and through that, you say they got booked for the Ghana
gigs.
Exactly. It's ABA. You are positioning yourself here. You could get gigs, international gigs, and through that, we got A, B, C, D. Now, your numbers, I could see, and this playlist near here or Spotify near there, then this is what we stand to get because the latter part of his post, or calling in for record labels and investors. And if the investors want to come in and they see this amount of money, some of them who don't even understand will get scared.
Yeah.
So you just pump this money away. If I invested into me a cocoa business and also me poultry farm, yeah, I don't say me say returns. So at times when we are putting some of these messages out, let's be more emphatic on the ways and means now. The returns on airborne because when we met the Western Regional Minister, maybe come when I'm doing the day, Honorable Camidoh I need come say why is it that the ministry, the top there, they are not looking now? We say yes. When they come, they just bring us proposals. They don't state how they will give us the returns. So Bakatami says, me spending 975,000 Ghana cedis in a song, and I'm going to triple it. And these are the ways and means me the business back. I think any business person would love to do that because I know in a long term you are going to make more. Let's say in 10 years you can still be cashing out. It is me money did we are not born your money be so say ebia Spotify ebia ha sikano ne but say into wait me I had the time crato.
Okay.
So okay, based on this, every quarter we are making, let's say, $2,000 or $10,000. So in 5 months, we can make the money back. And when we add shows, I be book here near the performance. Sikaya audio shimano. Met me the bear 3 months and now 4 months. As I discount back. Then the rest will be maybe other benefits that we will get. Okay. So I love what they're about. Now, when we are talking about the business, we shouldn't be scared putting out our revenues and some of the expenditure that we are making. So, investors watching us will be clear on how our business runs. And in the near future, most of them will.
Well, thank you, Kojo King, for that one. George Britton, I might break down. Of course, Kojo being an artist also understands how some of these things are done. Mamiko, Mr. Now, I know you're a producer. Na, or Sanso, Obia or Tronyum, and you know, on Nimenyum, ne, Senia, Yenyum. Na mwem se send ye promoting nyom no nyi chida hu ye onim nyom ne send ye nyom ba send ye promoting nyom de onye hu ye because no Abbas man information say hey mitana nyom promotion e boy dey na mitana se dabi e den next and Abbas let's see bia mitana, are you now convinced?
Yeah. I mean, this is some very good information out there, and for the music industry, I think one of the information are shrouded in mystery has to do with the cost. And the investors are a bit skeptical whenever they are coming on board to come and engage in the music business. You know? But I think this is a very important information. Your say the more you put in, the more you get.
Okay.
You see, but then it also calls him to question some very, very important aspect of the things. George Britton is a seasoned promoter. He's a seasoned artist manager. Do we have, let's say, a lot of his kind in the country? We can say, they can actually say maybe a discussion with someone. They can judiciously dispense,
use the money and bring you the results.
Exactly.
And I see a very good question.
So, you know, I hear something which is there, but I think it's a very, very good information. I mean, overall, no, it's a very, very good information. And now they compare. There was another information here, about Rihanna performance at the Super Bowl. And I was just doing a head count of the back scene personalities. Almost 100.
Oh yes.
Almost 100.
Oh yeah.
And it's just about, it starts from the person with the concept, how the stage is supposed to, you know, the whole performance, you know, the concept developer, no, right out to the electrician now, or connect wires, you know, and see, all these people are there. I was just making a count of them and make kind of 100.
Okay.
And I make I say, but if I say it will be $1,000 in poor. What I say. So I think say what they have what is put out there. But the good part too is there say for those are omoyembe shi omo no. They should know say ebianye sika pudo esi ho. And I atamamu be say but it's over a period of time or say over 1 year. What I say the most
but also be
to start with.
Also sikadaho.
Yes, also sikadaho.
You must start from somewhere. You must have a plan, and then Adibako so has to do with the networking. Or can I say he has friends in certain places. Because of that, you know, what they
kind of
baby, you know, which is very, very important. Let me say kudos to George Britton. I think it's opened our eyes to a lot of the happenings within the industry, and going forward, and I believe say, we'll put our house in order and see how to actually position ourselves to do some of these things, to get a global success like what Camidoh has just had, you know. I think it's not many kind. They made promotions in about 6 or more countries, at least 6 countries, and then he also mentioned say. But I can say I'm going to Portugal, no?
Yeah, Afro Nation. Yeah.
Afro. I need my artists on this platform. By Yentun Sam Fred. How do I do that?
So they were actually flying on the wings of King Promise. That's what they did.
Okay.
Because they are artists King Promise.
Yeah.
he was featured on
the Afro Nation.
The Sugarcane remix.
Okay.
And he was billed for the Afro Nation.
Nice.
So because we want to be there, we will use him, and at least he gives us a slot to perform that song. Of course, the song is also big. So King Promise would also want to add it as part of his set.
Yes.
Yes.
Which was good. I mean, that was some smart move over there, you know. It brings to mind back your friends and Black Sherif. He recently won an award, some hip hop award, you know. So, say Camidoh Crampo Ediena, kind of about $1 million Ghana cedis, about just a little below $100,000. Black Sherif you know. So it means that who person a musician now. Set yourself up for serious business.
Okay.
You know, set yourself up for. So be very deliberate about it. And yet, I beg, boss who me mobile, could you keep be kind?
Yeah, I beg. There doesn't work.
You know, but be very deliberate about it. And then or cut chart to another. Could you keep a kind? Say when you are writing a proposal. Proposal is two ways: expenditure and then income returns.
Yeah.
What I say. So this is what I'm expecting to put in, and then this is what I expect to get at the end of, let's say, a certain period of time. You know, and it's very very important. When you're able to fill all those spaces now, you can walk to any investor
and convince
them
to
say,
do business with
put
you.
your money into my music business.
If you have $100,000 in your account,
Yes.
and you have to start promoting a song,
Yes.
this journey, would you go on it?
I will.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Nasobeko. Oh, Yanko ena. You move on to the next business. Mr. Nasobeko bought 100,000 more. I don't need any.
Ose.
Only is over here.
Oh, you didn't have see it me as a crab.
No, but you see,
That's what I
you
mean,
see,
because yes, there are so many people who wouldn't do it. Even people in the space. I know half of like Mama for 10, half of them will be skeptical and saying, I want to put $100,000 in.
But it should be on conditions the song is a good song.
Every song is a good song.
No, certain songs. I mean, not every song is a good song.
Nah. Every song is a good song if only you are going to be deliberate about the promotion.
Be easy banger.
In fact, one question when we meet George Brett Megisani say, after everything in Tankamfa desired results now, what would they have said? But now at the point funny, maybe promo bus studio I better row. I'm saying earlier, needing come on Sammy Flex TV. Now, you were too sure. You even said it could be smaller.
Oh yes.
And I think now the breakdown has given us that particular option.
Oh yeah. In fact, me figure I was like, no, the successor Sugarcane and then the remix, Enyano. Senkai kasi ye chemimpo anka technically two songs. Two songs. And the success that it has chalked even in the space now. This figure is small. In fact, me in common with Emily, because there's one thing that George also stressed on has to do with social capital. It played a very important role even in the success of this project.
Okay.
And it is one thing that I would it is one of the important things in the industry. There are some that you can get them. The fact that you see that maybe Sammy Flex is mentioning somebody's name constantly probably doesn't mean anything in that but sometimes it also goes down to the relationship that you have with certain platforms. Aside and no ebia on a limit. Ebia on a limit. You will be on no man. So we started music career say you can exhaust your social capital to let's say maybe say 15 times. After 15 times, what do you do next? That is where 975,000 come on. And the truth of the matter is that where we've gotten to now, in terms of being a creative person or in the creative art industry, see now, let's not kid ourselves in the space again. most of the things, especially when music in our space now, yes, you will be more honoma air, but I can say that about 70 to 80% of the songs that we enjoy now is not. We are not enjoying because air. We are enjoying because
somebody
it is yes, it is being shoved down our throat to consume it. And Ninina Eyesika because the year automatically is programmed in such a way say what be constant and you power be yetimi bonyum yetimi releasing yum what no initially enye do but say constant play
Mr. Naka say you cannot promote a bad song when you say no there's nothing like a bad song
ye bogu wadwimu be 1 month
beto
what say wa say wa na woto
ye bo best song
because
it becomes a song you know.
Exactly. And another thing that he pointed out in the conversation also has to do with plugins. Sir, plugin yomuye or Afro Nation show. You see, some people wouldn't see the importance of it. Some people would say, hey, maybe a platform one man is member. Maybe you may be right. Who now only movision. But if we can have a huge events like the Global Citizen Festival. Now we can have about 5 top artists from a different country. I am Belium. And some perform here.
They were introduced by the
headliner.
Yeah.
This should tell us something. It could be the same format George Breton used here, just to plug themselves in Afro Nation, Portugal. And at the end of the day, what was the returns? I have said now. And I am happy to say we are now speaking figures. It has always been our downfall. It has always been our downfall. Yeah, the NSM tete. And unya faso. Oh, unya faso. Because when you so say pam, it has all dodgy BR for, and also dodgy busia. Yes.
And also all dodgy Payola tickets.
Exactly.
So hey, when you pass there and Brian,
and it is one of the reasons why we are not growing, because we always want to hide figures. Until at the end of the day, look at Super Bowl review. The news out there is that Omo will perform in Tuamoka, but the figures at the back end is something that first can show them, but you would die to have them. Because at the end of the day, they are putting figures to whatever structure. Which events they are can say, oh, at the end of the event, artists are performing, we made a research into their following. And we say, oh, now the person had 5K followers. After this night, estimate even in 3 days, when you have 1.5 million followers, their account. Rihanna's own was estimated, even on Instagram alone, 1.5 million followers, 24 hours after performance.
Wow.
And these are numbers that we are talking. So
the numbers are selling.
They are there. Every investor is looking for numbers because it is the numbers which will mean the interactions that they are having, and it will bring the returns. And it is like that. You see, some conversation we have there because I pointed out another 3 things. 1, message to promoters. There are some people in the space that will come and argue. Oh, Obele Camidoh, December you're born 100,000. You're born 50,000. Hey, these people are charging outrageously. It's not as if they are charging outrageously. When we can't on my body spending. And they need to plow back, reinvest into it, and also maintain. Since you're not creating lifestyle, they need to maintain that hit lifestyle. And to get that kind of hit, they didn't come cheap. It did not come in a day. So even you should also know that say you can see a tempo and you almost belly 975,000 on one shoe. Near the AG. So sometimes
there's only opportunity now.
So me can say an artist when it is about negotiation, you don't always get what you deserve. You don't even get what you deserve. You get what you bargain for. That is what you get. So charging your money deserve, they would have charged 975 because that is what they actually to omuno devoid of near M kahono in fungible ones. This is what they were able to put pen on paper to. The next one has to do with calling for help. Now he's mentioning figures, and I am glad he's been able to at least expand the conversation to say they made profit. Now, moving forward, sometimes some of these write-ups, until say a friend now be more in-depth conversation, no? Anybody that looks at this on the surface, no, wouldn't get the substance that you are talking about.
They might even doubt you.
Exactly.
Number Phyllis, yes,
because but this sometimes when we are having some of these write-ups, at least let's make a little space or leave 1 or 2 lines to also prove to the people, say, yes, it is as lucrative as we want to preach it. And the more you invest, the more you get. My last one has to do with a question to up and coming artists. Usika same so. You see, sir?
I know you're Kojomo.
O say Kojo so when you up and coming artists.
Okay.
You see, people are running services in the space. Unless somebody decides to do you to do you charity and aid and help because of probably relationship and out of one goodwill or person on the mouth. People are running services. So know that Camidoh sugarcane now they be all sorry feeling. It did not come cheap and it did not come out of I beg or social capital. The social also be saying come on invest here. And can you never cost The truth of the matter is, Ebeko by a baby Edru. Because us starting George Britain social capital in the space is very huge. And the relationship our building in the space
over the years.
Yes. So you swear no crowd he can attain a certain height. But then you need some of these fertilizers to make sure that over Boba can see. And that is the conversation we are having.
Wow.